Welcome to VA Assist 24 by 7, virtually, globally. Thank you for watching our video and please make sure to watch the entire video. As we all know, the e-commerce industry is growing immensely. And as the e-commerce industry is growing, so are the e-commerce sellers. And as the e-commerce sellers are growing, the need for operation management in e-commerce is growing day by day. And what do I mean by e-commerce operation management? So e-commerce operation comes into a picture when a seller who is selling at least 100 products on a daily basis or maybe selling 500 to 1000 products in a month, they need a lot of operation management work behind the scenes. So it's not about listing or images or what you see on the e-commerce portals. It is mainly behind the scene work. So do you know what happens to a product when you return the product to the seller? You think the job is done, but for the seller, the task or the management task increases because there are a lot of activities he needs to do once he gets the return back. Now, this is just one of those 100 activities that a seller does on a daily basis to maintain or operate that awesome store that you see online. Along with this operation management, there are various tools. There are tools for SEO, there is tool for keyword planning, there is tools for sourcing, and even analytics and various others. While the e-commerce seller is not all that active or knowledgeable about all these tools, is your services that come in picture that you can help them with the knowledge of these tools. As these sellers grow, you need to specialize in specific areas like operations, tool management, or even development so that you can outperform others in the crowd. Now, I include all of this extensively in the course, the top 6 to 8 B2B, B2C, or D2C platforms, the tools that are required, and how you can efficiently develop or technically present your skills across. Who am I and how do I know this? I am Ankita Agarwal with 17 plus years of industry experience. Mostly my experience lies in e-commerce industry, right from developing a website 15 years back to managing the stores of e-commerce sellers within India and USA. If you like to learn e-commerce operations, if you need to work only 4 to 5 hours a day, 5 days a week and still able to earn a 30 to 50,000 income per month. So while I was working with this e-commerce seller for 4 years, that was my very first e-commerce seller from USA, and I managed to work with him for straight 4 years. It was a time where I had no website, no social media presence, and only channel that I used was Facebook. So would you like to learn how I reached out to these potential customers? When I started working with this e-commerce seller for the first time, I had no knowledge on seller central management. And while I even presented it in a way that I was knowledgeable, I managed to work for a longer duration. So learn to present your skills in a way where you can present yourself as a specialist. Join the e-commerce operation course today. But wait, is this all? No, let me take a break. If I was watching this video, will I be able to join the course right away? No, I would have lots of questions in my mind. So let me answer all those questions one by one that could probably come to your mind. एक और ऑनलाइन कोर्स क्या करेंगे ज्वाइन करके कुछ सीखने को मिलेगा ओके लेट मी आंसर दिस if you're still working with an e-commerce seller there are a lot of things still you can learn. One, do you know how to present yourself as a specialist? If not, this is what I cover in the course, how you can present yourself as a specialist in the e-commerce field. So if you're able to present your skills, do you know the exact source where you can reach out to these customers? So if someone tells you that Instagram is the best source, everybody starts going to the Instagram portal and finding out customers. But you need to really figure out, is that the same place where the customers are really hanging out? Do you really find them there? Without figuring out what is the exact source or channel where you can find your potential customers, it could be based on what the volume or the industry or even the country of these sellers, and according to that you need to reach out to them. So make sure you choose the correct channel to reach out. And when you're reaching out, are you able to work with them for a long term? So you need to learn how you can retain your customers, because once you know how to retain your customers, someone who's a high ticket, high paying client, your customer acquisition cost reduces over time. So imagine if you have one customer working with them for 1 year and they're paying you high. Next year you can acquire more such customers and maybe start with a small team of 2 to 3 people. So the team can work on your behalf and you can acquire more of such customers. But when you do that, you need to deliver premium quality. And if you're not able to deliver premium quality, you cannot retain such customers. So these 3 points. One is how you can reach to your potential customer, how you can present yourself as a specialist, and third but not the least, the most important factor, are you able to retain these customers for a long term so that your marketing cost or your cost of acquisition of the customer reduces. So I include all these 3 points in the course extensively, along with how you can operate or use these platforms effectively. This is all that is part of the course. And if you get to learn all this, still you will think whether I should join or not join. Is it a scam? Why am I paying the amount in the advance? Okay, so why I ask you to pay right at the beginning, and that is only one payment for the course? It is because it keeps you accountable. So once you've paid the money, you will know, okay, ab to kuch karna hi hai. And once I receive the money, it keeps me also accountable that I have received. It is the burden on my shoulders that I have to deliver. I have maintained this online presence for 9 years. So do you think I will try to scam someone for that small amount of fee on course that you're paying me? No. My only aim is that I can share the knowledge that I have acquired over these past 9 years, and you can learn those in 6 weeks or 8 week program that I am sharing it with you. So make sure to join so that you can acquire that knowledge that I have acquired in 9 years. Imagine just few weeks of work and you can present yourself as a specialist and retain high ticket clients for long term. And if this information is not satisfactory enough for you, let me share some of my earnings in the past few years. Just a simple snapshot of the weekly income, some of the reviews of my customers in past few years or past few weeks or months. Reviews on the website, you can check it out on the website. I've just created a snapshot here. This is the performance of one of the sellers that we are working with recently. So this is the kind of results that you can achieve on a monthly basis for your customers. These are the top 8 platforms that I extensively cover how you can learn to efficiently operate for your sellers. So there's Amazon, Etsy, eBay, Nika, Flipkart, Snapdeal, the GEM government portal, and Walmart. So some are from USA and some are for India. What is required when you need to specialize in e-commerce operations for these e-commerce sellers? There is listing, but for listing you need to create, update and optimize, and this itself is an extensive part. There is customer service management. There is creation of variations, A plus content, promotion, discount, depending on the specific portal that you are working on. There is store setup and customer service management from the seller point of view and even from the buyer's point of view. What are the behind the scene activities? We discuss such activities at length and I've just mentioned few of them on the screen, but there are a lot of activities that you need to do and we cover each of them in the detail in the course so that when you present yourself, you can present yourself as a specialist. Apart from that, I also cover how you can reach to your potential customer, which is specific to the country, the industry, and the area that you are working on. What's included in the course? The course has a course material that I share on a weekly basis. You can discuss any problems or issues that you face in the weekly calls, the best source to reach out to your potential customers. Apart from that, before taking the course or before deciding that you need to join or not, there is an email ID and WhatsApp number given on the screen and even on the website. Make sure if you have any query, you reach out to us, solve all your queries, and only then make sure to join. Thank you so much. Click the button below and follow the instructions for further steps on the email provided while signing up. Thank you.